Apple, Coca-Cola, American Express, and GEICO. You probably think Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway. But what if I told you Berkshire is no longer just an insurance and stock investment empire? What if Berkshire is quietly becoming one of the most important and major energy infrastructure companies in the United States? Most people still talk about Warren Buffett's Apple position and cash pile, but they rarely talk about Berkshire Hathaway Energy. And I think this may be one of the biggest clues about Warren Buffett's final major bet. So today, let's look at Berkshire Hathaway Energy, why it matters in AI era, and why this is Warren Buffett's last final bet. Before we start, I post market breaking news every morning on my YouTube shorts. I strongly believe this will help your investment decision, so please check them out and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any update. Okay, then let's get started. Berkshire Hathaway Energy may be a very important hint showing where Berkshire is looking for the next 10 or 20 years. The most interesting point is this. Berkshire Hathaway originally became a giant company through insurance. Insurance businesses like GEICO, National Indemnity, and General Re were the core of Berkshire. One reason Berkshire was able to invest for such a long time was its insurance float. Cash came into the insurance business first, and Berkshire used that money to invest in a good asset for the long term. Vice Chair Ajit Jain has helped Warren Buffett successfully lead Berkshire Hathaway through insurance business for many years, and many people expected him to become next CEO. But last year, Warren Buffett chose Greg Abel as his successor. Greg Abel had led Berkshire Hathaway Energy for a long time, and the fact that Buffett chose him as the next CEO may give a clue about where Berkshire wants to go in the future. Why does this matter? Today, the market is fully focused on AI, semiconductors, and data centers. But there is one thing people often miss. No matter how smart AI, it cannot do anything without electricity. No matter how expensive a GPU is, if there is no power, it is just expensive piece of metal. No matter how big data centers become, they cannot run if the power grid cannot support them. So the real limit in the AI era may be not only semiconductors, it may be electricity, power lines, natural gas, power plant, storage, and infrastructure. This is where Berkshire Hathaway Energy suddenly becomes important. Berkshire Hathaway Energy has been buying energy companies for a long time, and they own key parts of AI infrastructure, including electric utilities, power lines, natural gas power lines, renewable energy, and battery storage. The number makes this even bigger. As of 2025, Berkshire Hathaway Energy had about 148.3 billion in assets, about 26.2 billion in revenue. It serves about 9.4 million customers and end users. BHE's power generation capacity can be seen as roughly 3% of total United States utility scale generation capacity. Considering that the industry leader next era is around 6%, this is very meaningful size. But the natural gas side is even more impressive. BHE Pipeline Group said in 2025, it carried about 15% of total US natural gas use. That is a huge number. Power demand needs to stay stable 24 hours a day. In the middle of the system, natural gas power plants and pipelines play a very practical role. Berkshire already built this foundation. It has the power grid, natural gas pipelines, renewable energy investments, and transmission lines, and it is still growing them. BHE has already invested $45.1 billion in wind, solar, geothermal, biomass, and battery storage. It also said it plans to invest another $4.9 billion by 2028 from 2026. Berkshire Hathaway Energy's total capital investment plan is about $33.6 billion. While many assume Berkshire Hathaway is just sitting on the mountain of cash and waiting to crash, but in fact, the Berkshire Hathaway is actually deploying capital aggressively into the energy sector. And this is where Berkshire's special advantage comes in. Public utility companies like NextEra are great companies, but they have to deal with public market shareholders, dividends, quarterly earnings, and the stock price matters. But Berkshire Hathaway Energy is private subsidiary fully owned by the Berkshire. So BHE says it is on materials that it does not have dividend pressure and that is put cash flow back into business to support growth and financial strength. This is very important. Power lines, power plants, pipelines, and storage systems cannot build overnight. Permits take a long time. Regulation is heavy. Local communities can push back. Environmental risks are real, and these projects need a lot of capital. Therefore, a company that already owns this infrastructure can become stronger over time. This is exactly the kind of business Berkshire likes. It is not flash, but it has high entry barriers. People need it every day. It can use large amounts of capital for a very long time. And once it is built, it can become more powerful as time passes. Today, Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway remind me of Rockefeller's Standard Oil from 100 years ago. When he controlled many of the key paths where oil moved, they could build a big oil empire. By now, many of you have probably started hearing about the power bottleneck. AI data centers, electric vehicles, semiconductor factories, cooling systems, robots, cloud computing, and smart grid all need electricity. While everyone is looking at AI models, Berkshire was looking at the power infrastructure that runs those AI models. While everyone is looking at GPUs, Warren Buffett was looking at the outlet and the power grid. In fact, Berkshire Hathaway Energy said it already signed contract for about 11,000 megawatts of data center power demand. In 2025, data centers made up about 8% of Berkshire Hathaway Energy Utilities' total electricity demand at the busiest time. This is not just a theory. AI demand is already turning into real electricity demand, and BHE is in a position to serve that demand. Occidental also connects to this story. Berkshire is already the biggest shareholder of Occidental Petroleum, and in January 2026, Berkshire completed its 9.7 billion cash purchase of Oxychem, Occidental's chemical business. Without many people knowing through private businesses, Berkshire has been quietly collecting the basic infrastructure of the real economy: energy, chemical, natural gas, power grid, renewable energy, insurance, and railroads. This power bottleneck is now being welcomed by the market, and because of that limit, some companies are seeing higher margins. But at some point, this same power bottleneck will likely slow down AI growth. And in the current situation, Berkshire is in a very strong position. It already has infrastructure in place, the capital strength of Berkshire as its parent company, the ability to reinvest without dividend pressure, and now Greg Abel as a new CEO from the leader of energy infrastructure. Energy is not an industry where anyone can jump in because it is needed. As I said earlier, to run real factories and produce real electricity, companies must go through years of permits, rules, and local opposition. And over the last 20 years, Berkshire has quietly placed this infrastructure across the United States. Berkshire Hathaway Energy may be quite hint that shows Berkshire's next 20 years. If Berkshire in the Warren Buffett's era was known for insurance, consumer brands, financial companies, and value investing, Berkshire in the Greg Abel era may become known more strongly for energy infrastructure, the power grid, natural gas, data center power demand, and long-term capital allocation. Right now, the winner of AI era looks like the company with the best AI model. But at some point, the real winner may be the company that can supply the electricity needed to run AI. And Berkshire may have been moving in that direction for a long time. Recently, Warren Buffett and Howard Marks both said the same thing. They are not denying AI, but they are giving the same warning they gave during the dot-com bubble. Technology can be real. It can improve productivity. It can even change the world. But that does not mean every company in that trend will make the money, or that investors will earn good returns. Warren Buffett built Berkshire Hathaway in his life's work. And Now, as he steps down at age 95, his final bet seems to be the energy industry. What do you think about this legendary investor's last bet? Do you think he's right again this time? Please share your thought in the comment. I'll keep bringing you interesting and useful information. So please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. I'll be back.